Evervest here, episode 9. This is my DNA of Music live podcast. I'll be talking about my Believe God song. This song, the process is pretty lengthy, and like the verses took a while. I'm gonna start with that cover as usual. So the cover, um, the like when I think about the path, there's a woman, that's me, um, on the path, on this path, drawing closer to God and walking in his ways, as well as, walking that narrow road. And so the road is lit up because the word, your word is a lamp to my feet, a light to my path. And so that's kind of where that's at. And for me, it's like as I continue to walk, it's really like clearing out the darkness, clearing out the lies and all the stuff that is keeping me from believing God. Okay, so that's my cover. Um, the chorus, of course, like I said, I always get the chorus first. So please check out the song and let me know what you think. This chorus is a little bit longer than what I would normally do. Um, let's go to okay, yeah, this is what I want to talk about. So for this song, uh, at first it was really difficult because I was the beat that I have. I really like this beat. um and I was really trying. It's not the original beat. I didn't want to use that beat. I had someone else remake it for me, so it's similar to the original beat, but it isn't the beat that I started off with. And so at this point, the structure of the beat was kind of difficult to kind of figure out. Like usually the song, songs like a chorus, a verse, chorus, verse, or it's a verse, chorus, verse. And so this one wasn't like that. It had this like beginning part that was a little bit different. And so like the first part like that got me on this song is that like I said, I was going to the gym a lot at the time. I was living at my own place when I first started this song, and there's this beat that I found and I really liked it. And so I was listening to it a lot, especially like in the gym if I was doing something that was more like chill. And I was leaving the gym one day and I put the song on and I was looking at the stars, and the first thing that came to mind was, why you wishing on a star if your father owned the stars, and like that. And so then I was like, yeah, I like that. And so then of course I'm kind of tired. So I went to my car and I sat in the car and I kept listening to it. And it's like, why you wishing on a star when your father owned the stars? He created you and knows who you are. His love is, yeah. So that's low key because I don't know, for some reason when I talk and I try to like think of the lyrics of the song, it just does not correlate. But please check out the song, you'll see what I'm talking about. But believe God, that was that. I'm gonna go over to a gist because it has many components of it. And so the gist of it is I I'm living by myself at the time, and I'm in the midst of waiting for this job that I wanted. I like my job. It's not like I hate it. It's something that I'm used to doing, but in a different way. And I'm really having the time, and I'm really having the space to be creative in my position that I have. Like I have a lot of freedom there, working with the students that I was working with. So I was really kind of happy about that. And that was the main thing I really liked it about my job, was that I did have that space. But these students that I'm working with are, you know, they have challenges like behavioral challenges. So it is it's a stressful job, but I still like it. But I am still believing for my job that I wanted to do. And so pretty much the entirety of this song is believing God, because at this time, um, I'm working on, like I talked about, another one of my songs, the Done Being Numb. Yeah, I'm really pushing. At the time, even though I hadn't finished the song, I had the chorus already. So Done Being Numb, I had the chorus. But it was another. These, like, all my songs pretty much start from like a revelation of some kind that I get, about my life, And so I was going through a lot of different things. And so at some point it was like I recognized what it is that I was doing. I was numbing my emotions out. And so that's kind of like, I may have not gotten to the song yet, but I had a concept of it, like that I'm not gonna numb myself out, that I'm gonna go to God about it. And so what Believe God, that was where I was, God was bringing to the front of my mind my desires, because at the time it was me wanting to be married and yeah, just me. The biggest one was me wanting to be married at the time, but I was having a hard time believing God for it, and I felt like I was wishing for it more than just trusting Him in the process. And so again, like after I processed this, like the that piece of the song that I had got, um, I know that's what it was. So pretty much the process of the song super freaking long. This song took so long, and it's a longer song anyway. It's like 4 minutes or so, and so pretty much. Um, when I only got that part at first, like why you wishing on a star. That's the part I had got. And so at the time I was trying to process what it is that's coming from that. And so I kind of sat in the car for a little bit. And usually if I can't like finish the chorus or anything, or if it's something um that I don't fully know how to like approach the song, I usually would talk to God about it. That's kind of how it goes. Is that like I'll start talking to Him about what I'm feeling from the song, like what's going on, like in my emotions. And so, pretty much that's how it started, where I was just being honest, about how I was feeling, my desires, and everything like that. And it could take. I mean, it could take hours. It could take an hour. It could take 2, 3 hours where I have to process all that information, and I may not write about it that day, but it processing the emotions helped me write about it later. And so again, I don't finish this song or I don't start working on those verses until I moved to my mom's house. And so at the time I got home in a couple of days. And I do have this one on my YouTube too. You can check it out. You'll hear the original beat that I had. I believe I called it Believe. And so pretty much it's creator of the universe, fashioned me fearfully, wonderfully made. How wonderful is his works, changing me, molding me, never been the same. And so for me, it was the chorus is really me marveling and in awe of who God is and how he's changing me, something that I couldn't do for myself. And that's more of the chorus, really focusing on, who God is and standing in awe. And then my verses are talking about my struggle with believing Him for the things that I want in my life and how to start walking in faith in those areas. But, with not believing Him, then that makes it to where I can't walk in faith and do the steps that I need to take. And so, again, this process was long, but I feel like this song again was one that um, sometimes I still sit on this. I still like sit and think about it, or really process like how it's even relating to me today. Because these are just problems that could happen to anybody. Having a difficult time believing God for things that you want. Um, and so for me, it is one of those songs where I put a lot of work into it. Like I put a lot of work and time with this one, compared to some of my other ones that kind of just flowed kind of easily. But again, um, I feel it's still just as impactful, even if it doesn't take as long. Again, that's part of the process for me as I walk with God is just trusting the process, like so not overthinking it, not feeling like everything has a structure or a pattern, And so that was, again, that really kind of marked this song was like giving myself the space and time that I needed to process everything. And that took about a year or so of me processing where I was able to actually articulate it in words, where it's not a whole like 30-minute song, so articulating it and expressing it in a way that makes sense. And so please check it out. Believe God on all the major platforms. I'll be linking it below. So, yes. Again, this is my last song in the album. The next one is just going to be like an outro. Again, just a little background. I like freestyling more than I like creating songs, like completing songs. I like freestyling. And I just have kind of mantras or something that I always say that resonates with me that kind of keeps me focused. And so I end this one with a freestyle that I made called Childlike Faith. Um, where it's pure freestyle. Like I never changed it. It literally is just the freestyle itself. I didn't even like I didn't do anything to it. I just kind of just posted it. Again, because that's more of like where I like to do. I feel like God has called me more to, complete these songs, and send them out to the nations. But for me, I just like these freestyles where I'm really processing some emotions. Most times, God is talking to me through like my freestyles or something like that. So stay tuned. Again, you have any questions or anything, please comment below and please follow. Stay tuned.